to be the greatest country in the world. And it is worth fighting for. It is worth bleeding for. And if it takes it, it's worth dying for the greatest country that this world has ever seen.
What up, America? And welcome to a Friday episode. I'm in my college girl look. I just don't, I don't care this morning.
You look exactly the same.
I swear.
On.
You look no different.
I feel different.
You don't look different.
Today is Casual Friday in the office. Tony's not here today. Neither is Chad. I can't get everyone to come to work at the same time, apparently. And so anyway, but it's a Friday episode, so we need you to do us a favor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, because there's some people who did not listen yesterday when I said we're doing a Friday show. We got big things to talk about today. Is DOGE in trouble? Before it even starts, the Department of Government Efficiency is already facing issues. I made a tweet yesterday, and I said it's interesting to me. Actually, I think I said it's hilarious to me that these senators actually believe we care about their opinions. It's amazing to me that senators think that their job is to have an opinion, when in reality, their job is to do what the crap we tell them to do. That's their job. Their job is to do that. Their job is to listen. Even if they don't necessarily agree, they lost that right and that ability to have an opinion when they took that job. Just like when you put on the uniform, we're all green here. You lost the ability to have your individual opinion while you have the uniform on and you're serving in that capacity in a military mindset. Now, when you take the uniform off in your private time, you can go do and have your own opinions and this and that. But when you're walking the halls of Congress, you're wearing your stupid suit that costs too much money. There's no way you can afford that on your $180,000 a year salary. Your opinion does not matter. It's amazing.
Unless you're John Fetterman.
Unless you're John Fetterman.
Real.
And look, John Fetterman's probably the most real dude in the Senate. He's a lunatic, but at least he's real in that regard. I got to give it to him. Let's see. We've got LGBTQ members storming the Capitol building and new updates on Pete Hegseth. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to keep the pressure on. A lot of stuff to talk about. All right. So today in the studio, as you can probably hear already, everybody's favorite producer, Producer Royce. I'm just going to do that. Just simple, to the point.
That's not as fun as Tony's, though. I need something longer like Tony's.
Why does everybody need like this gigantic thing from me? Either way, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, the epic return. He found his way alive from New York City. Somehow he got spit on. That has to be at least 50% his fault. If you agree with that, comment yes or no in the chat. Everyone's favorite redneck hot seat Todd is back.
Okay, and let me preface. I watched yesterday's show, by the way. I did not murder anybody. Okay. But I will say this. I got this.
Allegedly, he did not murder anyone.
Limited time. I have autographed copies of the New York Post.
Oh, man.
And just the guy didn't
See,
have
that
a
was an
beard,
intro, though.
so
That was an intro.
There you go.
What are you talking? Okay, Royce. All right, fine. You know what? You just get ready. Monday.
It's going to be like 6 pages
I'm gonna.
long. He's going to write a book.
I got my yellow notepad out. I'm going to come up with an ode to Royce, and I'm going to come up with a 45-second intro across the board. Let's go ahead and have a little bit of fun with the chat. If you believe that, if you don't care about senators' opinions about the confirmation process of Trump appointees, write IDC. I don't care in the chat. I want to know where you stand. Am I alone in this? I want to see some IDCs in the chat right now blowing up. I do not give a flying crap about your opinion as a senator when the will of the people have spoken. Now, if the will of the people is, you know what, we really don't know what subcommittee -47 whatever is, okay, we will sometimes, because we elected you, we will lean to your opinion. But when we elect, look at the chat. Let's go. Blow it up. That's not enough. Break the chat this morning on a Friday. Let's go. Look at that, senators. Look at it, GOP members. You lost your freaking mind thinking that we care about. We don't care. When the will of the people has spoken, shut your stupid mouth and do as you're told. Because that's your job, puppet. You do what we tell you to do because we, the people, are your boss. So dance, puppet, and do what we want you to do. Or lose your job. I don't know where I saw that. I saw that in a movie once. Just
it's funny.
Fictional character. I saw that one time in a movie, and I don't know what it is. Look, there you go. There you go.
My foot.
No, that wasn't it. No.
it.
He literally said they're fictional characters. Fictional characters like that. I don't know what I got. All right. Anyway, so we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got a lot of fighting left to do across the board. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about. But first, we got to talk about our sponsor at Angel Studios. Ladies and gentlemen, please go support our friends over at angel.com/Graham Hope and become a member of the Guild today. Angel Studios is making amazing content. They're making non-woke content. They're making good movies and good TV shows. They got a new one out, Homestead, getting ready to come out. I'm super pumped about that one because I want to do and have a homestead myself. I think it would be awesome. A compound, if you will. I think it would be great. Anyway, become a member of the Guild today by going to angel.com/Graham Hope. When you become a member of the Guild, you get free tickets when they go to the movie theaters. You get access to all of the content within angel.com. And also, you get to vote on what Angel Studios makes next, whether it be movies, TV shows, all the above. So what are you waiting for? Go to angel.com/Graham Hope today and become a member of the Guild. Now, let's get this thing going. Last night, Donald Trump made an appearance at the Patriot Awards. Brought on by, is it Fox News or Fox Nation that does the Patriot Awards? I think it's Fox Nation.
I think it's Fox News.
It's Fox Nation.
Fox Nation, yeah.
There we go. All right, Fox Nation. Okay, this is real quick, rapid fire. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. This is Donald Trump, iconic dance. This is like the first, like, hey, I'm out in public again kind of thing. There you go. Play it.
He was even getting some hips into it that time. He was getting some. Now he's added the golf swing. I love it. What's next?
Somebody just said WTF, a Friday show. I almost missed it. Well, you obviously didn't listen to the show yesterday. All right. Here's an interesting.
That's gonna get hit with copyright.
But here's the thing. I hope they release it because who was the one of the members of the dudes who sang the Village People said that they would perform this live on Trump's inauguration if the Trump team wanted it to happen. Dude, can you imagine? God. Look, imagine for the first time ever. It's the inauguration. Okay, it's supposed to be this truly, reverent event, like patriotic event. Just imagine live performance, Village People coming out there. YMCA. I mean, dude, and then like all the people at the Capitol dressed to the nines just are all YMCA. All
they have to be like construction worker, cop. It has to be decked out real.
No, they can't wear like the chaps and stuff. That would be too much. I mean, let's not forget what the Village People wore in some of these videos. All right, no, they need to be dressed correct. All right, Kamala Harris came out of her pit hole that she's been living in. Yeah. Her hair is receding. She's having the Hillary Clinton effect right now. Like her hair is falling out. Whatever. It's weird. The demonic power and energy is leaving her because she was defeated. So now her body is just deteriorating. Anyway, she comes out and Todd sent this in. She's got a new accent, which is quite hilarious. Watch this.
I knew y'all were in town. I couldn't let it go without coming by to say hello. And to say thank you to everyone here. All of these
Pause. Play it again. That ain't a new accent, Todd. That is Robitussin and cognac. I want to thank all of y'all for coming up in here.
People.
Play it.
I
Listen.
knew y'all were in town. I couldn't let it go without coming by to say hello.
Say
I'd
hello.
like to say
Say
thank
hello.
you to everyone here, all of these
drunk.
extraordinary leaders.
Extraordinary leaders.
Happy
Aha.
holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa,
Merry
Happy
Christmas,
Hanukkah.
Happy Kwanzaa.
She said Merry Christmas.
You ain't got no. You ain't got no Sesmoth liquor. You trying to run a successful business? You ain't got no Sesmoth liquor. What? Like that's what she sounds like, man.
Oh man, dude.
All right. Next, we got this
moment.
thing farting on CNN. It's just.
That looks
She
like
looks
Harry
like-
Carey's twin sister.
No, I was gonna say no. It looks like Harry Carey's mom. Like, okay, all right, play it.
Hey,
That
Let
power
me
of
tell you
purse is with the legislative branch, not the president.
And I do want to ask you, because of your work on the January 6th committee,
That power
wow.
What
Dude,
else
that-
could that be?
That was ancient.
All I can
That
think
was
about is when
that
Will
was
Ferrell played
angry.
Harry Carey in Saturday Night Live. It's all I can think. Hey,
Hey,
we all know the moon's not made of blue cheese, but if it was made of barbecue spare ribs, would you eat it then?
would you eat it? Anyway, look at his stupid face there. But first of all, I don't know what's scarier. This is a representative from California, of course.
Of course it is.
And wow, I mean, that was whatever came out of her was.
Man,
It was angry. It was ancient, and it had been in there for a while. Anyway, all right, moving on. This is an interesting thing. Don't show it yet, Royce. Don't show it.
Whoops. I clicked it right as you said it,
You
man.
preemptively did it. There's some weird stuff going on with masculinity. For the ladies in the chat, if you like a good toxic masculinity, give me a yes or a no in the chat. And I'm not talking about real toxic masculinity. I'm talking about this leftist version that it's toxic to, be a man, to work with your hands, to believe in discipline, to believe in work ethic, to believe that a man should provide for his family. If you love a good toxic man in 2024, soon to be 2025, give me a yes in the chat. Ladies,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
want to know where the ladies stand. Do you love a good toxic masculinity?
See, lumberjack
in your life?
toxic
I want
masculinity.
lumberjack toxic masculinity.
I love that.
So the attack against men in our society, it's been quite epic, and I love this whole. Several months ago, there was this article that came out that said you've heard like guys that are best friends, they're in a bromance. Like you've heard that, like that's it's like, oh, you guys are in some weird bromance or something like that. And the article said men who are in look at the ladies. Come on, ladies, let's go.
Chat's
Let's
so
go.
ladies,
Blow the chat
man.
up. You love some
The
toxic
ladies.
masculinity.
Get it.
Yes, Lord. Anyway, the article said
Yes,
that,
Lord.
dudes that are in bromances, if they kiss from time to time, it's okay. And I remember reading that and I was like, we just send the comment now, Lord.
Yeah, for real.
Just be done with it across the board. But then this article came out yesterday. And I want to open it up for everyone. And this is in a health column. Men's cuddling group aims to redefine masculinity and heal trauma. The 2-year-old group draws men from various backgrounds. A 37-year-old Mormon who works as an airport gate agent, and a 57-year-old married father of 3, a 62-year-old retiree. Let's go down. Apparently, these dudes have some kind of cut. First of all, can we zoom in on the guy in the purple? This is the real predator behind all this. This is a cult leader. The dude in the purple on the left, he is behind all this. And 1,000,000% across the board. First of all, men in the group and ladies, is it okay for men to have a cuddling group?
There
Comment
is
yes or no in the chat.
Nothing about that photo that's okay.
I
Nothing. The pillows
love-
are making me nervous. Everything about that photo is making me nervous.
We have 4 examples of male pattern baldness. We have whatever Tutti Fruit is here to the bottom left.
That
That's
guy does not deserve
That's
that
the
beard.
leader. That's the leader of this thing. Is there more on the bottom of this thing? I wonder, is
God,
there more
I
to
hope
read
not.
about
No.
this? Nope, that's it.
That's it.
All right, it's men's
all they want
cuddling
you to
group.
know.
Ladies, do you want your husband, your protector, the man that his attractiveness to you is his ability to love you and your children, to provide for you, that you know deep down this man can protect you from danger? What if he told you, "Hey, I'm joining this men's cuddling group, and we're gonna get our cuddle on, and we're gonna cry this out. That's what we're gonna do."
It's one thing completely separate, honestly, to be gay, okay?
Which is
Okay,
bad.
and
right
then
there.
there's to be straight and cuddling. What
That's
does
not
that
straight.
fall in?
That's not straight.
I know, but this is
Especially
a
the
men's
guy in
cuddling
the
group.
purple. I mean, he's
Oh,
even
100% not.
I mean,
straight.
his skeletal structure is an S in this photo.
There's
That's
only
a serpent.
one situation, where this is okay, and that is if you're stuck on the top of Mount Everest, and you're trying
and you
to
gotta
live.
survive. But
Other
again,
than
that's
that,
ultimate toxic masculinity at that point, because you're doing what you got to do to live. You know what I mean?
Buddy, what a black light
That's
would
survival.
show you in
This
that
is
room.
not survival.
Anyway, that's it. That's the story. We just want you to know that apparently men's cuddling groups are becoming a thing.
Not this man.
I'm telling you right now, I've known Todd since I was 8 years old. And if Todd ever came up to me and he's like, "Man, I just need a good cry. Do you want to cuddle?" Todd wouldn't be on the show anymore. And
No.
we would immediately, that would be it.
We
We'd put out a
even-
public statement. And
when I
I'd probably
visit,
be punched in the jugular.
yeah, like when we visit,
Probably.
we don't even do the double arm
No,
hug. We
man,
do the
we-
slap and pap.
That's the only
slap
way.
hands and
That's the
pap.
only way.
That's it.
Unless
No,
it's
man.
unless it's family, you grab the hand, you pull them in, tap the
Yeah,
back.
slap
That's
and
it.
pap,
That's all
man.
you-
Slap
that's all
and
you do.
pap. Slap
Somebody
and
just
pap.
said pure breed demons.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, I don't know, man. This is some weird cult stuff.
Someone asked if this is a Royce story. I did not send this in.
No, this
Graham
was me.
sent this in.
I found this one. Anyway,
not a
there
Roy's
you go.
story.
You're welcome. All right, Hawk Tuah girl finds herself in
Aggressive.
trouble. Apparently, the Hawk Tuah girl launched a meme coin, and everybody lost their money. People want her thrown in jail. So apparently, I love. There was an article that said the Hawk Tuah girl rugged and tugged people out of millions, which I thought was just a genius clickbait article. But apparently, she created this Hawk like crypto coin or whatever. People invested in it, and then it was a rapid short sell. And she finds herself in trouble here. So I don't know what's going to happen with old Haley Welch is her name.
Nothing should happen to her.
Can I
Nothing.
just say that Haley Welch is literally, she's not, but she embodies 95% of the girls that I went to high school with in Caledonia, Mississippi. Like she,
That's
that
an
is
accurate
a
statement.
that
That
is
is an
a
accurate
southern redneck chick is what
real.
that is.
Yeah.
Hawk-
And I'll
the
be
Hawk
honest,
Tuah
I don't
girl.
think anything should happen to her. If she made $1 million off a bunch of stupid people who invested in a coin based upon some redneck that got famous by saying, "I'm gonna spit on that thing,"
Yeah.
you're the idiot for losing your money, and I don't
Yeah,
have
well,
sympathy for you.
and I
It's a
agree with
scam.
agree
If
with that.
it's a scam. Is that not
I
illegal?
think that she didn't. I think she truly had no idea. I think she was just like, "Hey, this is a good idea. We should do this." Da 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 da. She's like, "Oh yeah, let's do that." And I think she did it, and because she's the famous one, she's catching the heat for this. I don't think, and I don't mean this in a negative way, I don't think she's intelligent enough to have pulled off this elaborate scheme.
not at all.
I just
Not at all.
don't. I don't think
I
she's
just want to
intelligent
know
enough to have done
who's
that.
the mouth-breathing rock with lips that said, "Oh my God, Hawk Tuah has Bitcoin. Let me go buy some of that." Like, oh my
Degenerate men is what it is. Look, let's not church this up. She's popular because you know exactly what she meant when she said Hawk Tuah. Everybody knows what that is. That's why she's popular. You know what I'm saying? And so let's not act like she like solved in world peace or something like that. For a 3-day period, men across the country were united and like they forgot about politics and Trump and Kamala Harris and everything. And they're like, This girl has a point. That was what that was. So let's not act like she's some crypto genius that's out there trying to scam people. I think the poor girl got taken advantage of. It's probably going to end her career. Probably.
Yeah, well, if you lost thousands of dollars,
this is why you should not invest
sympathy for
in
you.
crypto.
Hey,
straight up.
no, that's not true. I'm making good money off mine right now.
It's fake money, dude.
Ooh, I feel like arguing with somebody today. Yvonne444, Graham, you don't let the other guys talk. Sometimes you need to stop interrupting them, please. What's the name on the show? I'm just curious. What the name of the show is. Here's the great thing about this. Todd now has his own show. So Todd gets to be the lead on his show. And then, Chad actually has his own show as well. But this is Dear America with Graham Allen. And so, the lead chair, you're more than welcome. We should have tryouts. We should have tryouts for people in the audience. You're more than welcome to come lead the show, engage the audience, and have them stay for a long time to listen to what you have to say. I would love to have those tryouts.
And for somebody who has done it, it's not as easy as it looks, folks. It's not. I have done it. I get to do it, but it's not as easy as it looks.
I'm just saying, man, look, this show is a conversational show where we do talk over each other from time to time. This is my opinion. Ding. Todd, you got 30 seconds. What's your opinion? Ding. Royce, would you like to speak about your... Just shut up.
Yeah. And you have to remember that we're in 3 different locations, too. So that's kind of hard, too.
We're literally here on a Friday for you guys, and we got stupid comments going on. Dumb comment of the day. There you go. All right. Speaking of that, let's get into our next sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, we've talked to you guys about this a lot. Donald Trump on January 20th, 1201, the economy is not going to heal itself. In fact, if you see what's going on with these corrupt politicians, I believe the economy is going to get a whole lot worse before it gets better. So I realize this isn't for everyone, and I get this, but I believe free information is vital information, and so that's why I'm asking you. You guys ask all the time, can you support us? You can support us by supporting the sponsors that support the show. All Birch Gold is asking is to give you free information. So text the word Graham, that's Graham, to 989898 right now. They're going to call you. They're going to send you a free 25-page information kit on how gold, silver, and precious metals could protect your money in an unstable economy and in a hostile world. Free information is vital information, so please, all we're asking is for you to shoot a text message while you watch the show. That's Graham, that's Graham, to 989898 right now. All right, let's go here. All right, let's see. What are we at next? Okay, all I see is Fox article. I can't remember what that was, so
Next.
help me out here.
Gotcha. You want to take a guess?
Somebody said it's Patriot Hammer Show, period.
I thought you weren't allowed to make that joke anymore.
I didn't make a joke, and they wrote it in the thing. What are you talking about?
You read it.
What? It's funny. All right, let's see. Was getting that lumberjack manly going. Also, this show is great.
Buddy.
Thank you, man. Here's the thing. When we do doom and gloom shows, everybody's like, oh, exactly. When we try to have a little bit of fun, everybody's like, could you please stop talking over people, please? Blah, blah, blah. Fun police. The fun police are in the chat. The fun police. The fun police are in the chat.
On Fridays, the fun
Unacceptable.
The Friday fun police.
No fun police. No. Okay. Fox News article says trans right activists stage a bathroom sit-in because that's what sane people do. They go sit in bathrooms near Mike Johnson's office because that'll teach them amid Capitol Hill restroom ban. I believe we have a video on this. Don't we have
Oh, yeah.
No, well, where's the okay, just go through it.
You want to see the TikTok one?
No, we'll go through all of it. Let's go. Here we go. You can't even hear what they're saying. Go to the TikTok video. Just stupid.
Well, there's
people.
also this one that's a little more up close. Hold up.
Our bodies are no debate. Our bodies are no debate. Speaker Johnson, Nancy Mace.
Really?
Johnson, Nancy Mace. Our bodies are no debate.
Oh yeah, bunch of men in the women's
Yeah, and see,
bathroom.
here's my question. Royce, get ready.
Flush bathroom bigotry. Go ahead, Todd. I know you need a disclaimer, but
Yeah.
I just Flush bathroom bigotry.
All right,
I'm gonna
so
leave it up.
So yeah, you better leave that there. So here's my question to the group and to the chat here: if you and your wife just happen to be visiting the Capitol that day, and she needs to go to the bathroom, buddy, it's gonna look like a WWE match in that bathroom.
Well, I imagine there's not only one bathroom at the Capitol.
I
and
agree.
That they didn't go to all of them.
No,
But
this
can you
was the one
imagine
close
how
to his office.
That's the problem. Is why do they have to make women feel so uncomfortable? Like no woman's gonna go in there. Like I mean, what is wrong with these people, man? Good Lord.
They're retarded.
Well, there's a TikTok.
That's what's wrong with them. Yeah, I said retarded. Retarded,
Yep.
retarded. They're
Wham.
retarded. They are.
Dude,
They're
I would
stupid.
ninja kick the.
Stupid. And before y'all go, oh, Graham, don't say that. You know I'm not talking about people with special needs. I'm talking about dumb, mouth-breathing people taking up all the air that we need to have. Go to the TikTok video. We don't have time for sensitivity this morning. Let's go. This is here.
Yeah, see, no, dog, no.
Yeah, just sit. Yeah, look at it. It's a dance party. That's a dude. They're all dudes. Dude.
There's a beard.
Dude. That's a dude. It's all dude. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of toxic masculinity, would you agree that it's time for your toxic men to lay the smack down on these dudes that are in your bathrooms? Comment yes or no in the chat right now. I want to know where you stand across here. This is Representative Nancy Mace putting a video out about this whole incident. So let's see what's going on here.
All right, so some tranny protesters showed up at the Capitol today to protest my bathroom bill, but they got arrested, poor things. So I have a message for the protesters who got arrested. You ready? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak to an attorney to have present during any question.
All right, pause it right there. So Nancy Mace is hitting some homers right now. I've had some differences with Nancy Mace. She's been back and forth a couple times. But here's the thing. There are rumors swirling right now, and I'm curious y'all's thoughts. There are rumors swirling right now that Nancy Mace is considering either a governor run for South Carolina in 26 or to go after Lindsey Graham's seat in 2026. Do you think Nancy Mace should stay? Here's one reason why I don't know if I like it. Her District 1 district is in the Charleston area, which is a purple area, and it is a hard battle to get a Republican in that district. So I initially don't like the idea because she's kind of got it locked down right this second, that district. You know, what would you rather her do? Run for governor, run for Senate, or stay where she's at? Comment and let me know what you think. Like I said, she's done some things early on, especially around the 2020 timeframe, where she was not the most MAGA person in the world. Here lately, she's been hitting some grand slams. I'm not going to lie about that. Nancy Mace is probably one of the few congressional members I have no connection to at all in this state. So take that for what you will. Outside of Clyburn, who's the only Democrat congressperson we have in the state, he doesn't want anything to do with me. I've never had a conversation with Nancy Mace. And so that to me is interesting. I'm not saying I'm this super important person that, oh, you must talk to me. It's just interesting that we've never had a conversation ever. You know what I mean? And she's the only one. So that's interesting. But, you know, let me know what you think across the board.
The question is would you rather lose her seat to a Democrat or get rid of Lindsey Graham for good? Like, I mean, you got to pick the devil, basically.
That's a good point.
Which devil do you want?
I love it. Let's go ahead and do it again because I think it's funny. If you think Lindsey Graham sucks, comment Graham sucks in the chat. I want to see so many Graham sucks because I think it's hilarious that people that get here late.
Make sure you put
all
Lindsey Graham.
No. Just Graham sucks because I think it's funny because people show in late. They're like, oh my God, people hate this guy. Like, I think it's hilarious. So let's get some Graham sucks going on in here. I heard that Lindsey Graham's comm director flipped a table the other day. because of me, which I think is fantastic.
That is
and
awesome.
so I know they're paying attention to this right now. So let Lindsey Graham know what you think. Let's get Graham sucks going in the chat. It's not going fast enough. Break the chat. Let's go. Let's pick it up. Because Lindsey Graham is a sissy girl pants for all of the wrong reasons, and we all know it. All right, let's get into our next sponsor, and that's our good friends at Patriot Mobile. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to go and support a Christian organization. Stop supporting these demonic places that are supporting abortion and all the above. Go to patriotmobile.com/Graham today. They're quick, easy, simple, and when you call them, you actually speak to an American. They have amazing products. They have amazing coverage across the board. They've got dual tower technology. They've got privacy phones with plugged in. It's called the Up Phone. And the list goes on and on. So what are you waiting for? Go to patriotmobile.com/Graham. Promo code Graham's going to get you a free month today when you activate. Promo code Graham. Go to patriotmobile.com/Graham. Support a Christian organization today. That's patriotmobile.com/Graham. Promo code Graham. All right. Here we go.
People are
Let's
still
talk about
saying
this.
Graham sucks in the comments.
Good. Bring it on.
Good.
Let's go. Graham
Flip
does
another
suck.
table. Flip another one.
Graham sucks. I wanna see
LGS.
it.
Lindsey Graham sucks. LGS.
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 That's good.
Perfect. Let's get LGS going in the chat right now.
LGS.
LGS. Lindsey Graham sucks. Let's go. That's much easier to type, so we should
It
be able
is.
to blow this chat up right now. LGS, not LSG. That sounds like a drug. LGS. Let's go. Blow it up in the chat. Let's go. 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 I always feel like people listening on audio, they're like driving down the road and they're like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do this. Look, go. Go, chat. Go. Blow the chat up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's
lot
break
of
Rumble.
LGS.
We need
Let's
a
break
t-shirt that
Rumble.
says
Go.
LGS.
Go. 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 Look at it. Woo!
snap.
Woo! Yes, sir.
You need a
Go,
cowboy
go,
hat just so
go,
you
go,
can
go.
rodeo. Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Let's go, baby. Yes. Yes. I feel like a coach. Coach clap. Yeah. That's what we're talking about, baby. Let's go. Woo! Look at it. Yes.
Dang.
Yes.
Hey,
Go,
they
Chad.
have
Go.
not- listen, here's the reality. They have not broken the chat since election night.
True.
Come
Well,
on, guys.
we
Break the
did
chat.
upgrade the system, so you guys got
I
work
know,
cut
but
out
they've
for you.
gotta come back
Look at
harder.
it. Look at it. You tell me our audience ain't real. Tell me. You can't even see it. Say LGS.
I
It's going
sure
so
can't.
fast. Look at it. Go, 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 go.
It looks like the price is what right wheel right now.
Hey, man, we have a
Wait,
good
what was that
time on
again?
this show. If you don't like having a good time, get the crap off the feed. I ain't got time for it. Look at that. LGS, baby. We started a new one. We got CLC. We got SSGP. Now we got LGS. Lindsey Graham sucks. Go, baby, go. I love it. I love it. Okay.
It's going, man. Holy cow. Oh,
All
it's in
right.
the super chat. Just flew
Dang.
by.
Talking about government efficiency. Fox, an article came out, and let's read this about federal workers. New York Post finds that they've already discovered. There we go. Let's keep the chat going. Let's go. This is crazy. I want to see it. Blow it up. Only 6% of federal workers show up in person on a full-time basis. Scathing Senate report reveals. I wonder if they're talking about themselves in that report. Only 6% of the federal workforce shows up in person on a full-time basis. One more time. Only 6% show up on a full-time basis. That's what we're dealing with in our country. Your tax dollars are paying for this type of stuff. And that is what Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy are supposed to handle.
And I will tell you, because I worked as a federal employee for 2 years.
I also did not attend work on a normal
LGS.
I will tell you why this is. It's because of COVID.
COVID. You're doing
yeah,
it
dude.
on purpose. It's COVID.
COVID.
It's because of COVID. Because when I worked I was a GS, and when that pandemic hit, they sent us all
Not
home.
an LGS, right?
Shut up. They sent us all home. And I worked from home for a year. And like my boss, who was a colonel, called me like a year later and was like, hey, do you want to come back to work Monday? And this is the part I don't understand, because I was about to go nuts sitting at the house. And I said, yes, I will be back Monday. There was 2 other civilians that worked in the same room that I did. I didn't see them again. Like, they worked from home for the next entire year. That's why all this crap is going on. It's ridiculous.
Yep, I agree. All right, so we find out this, and Trump actually makes a statement on this via Speaker Johnson. Let's just play the clip. Let's hear what Speaker Johnson says in regards to what President Trump has to say about this new found report. Play it.
There was a report that came out today. I don't know if you all have seen it, but someone did a little survey of how many federal employees are actually working in the office. By one estimate, it may be about 1% if you don't count the security personnel that are covering these buildings. That is absurd, and it's not something the American people would stand for. And so one of the first things that I think you'll see is a demand from the new administration and from all of us in Congress that federal workers return to their desks and get back to the work that they're supposed to be doing. I think that is common sense. What you're going to see here, the overriding theme here, is a return to common sense and a return to accountability and efficiency in government. I think that's going to serve the people well. There was a report that came out.
And do you have any idea how much some of these people make sitting at their house? Like, dude, it blow your mind.
Oh, yeah, a crap ton. Graham, okay, so besides the point, Graham, I have a question. Speaker Johnson has been in this position for a while now. Do we like him? No. Don't like him?
You don't like him?
If you like the job that Speaker Johnson is doing, comment yes or no in the chat.
I just don't see what he's done.
I think
besides be somewhat of a mouthpiece.
I think that his overall value system aligns with ours. I don't think his backbone is strong enough.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I think he's weak. That's what I think. I don't think that he's bad. I think he's weak. Which, I mean, is ineffective at best, right?
I will say this, though. He has gotten a lot lippier now that Trump has won, and maybe
that's my point. That's my point. Now that he's got the big old Trump backbone, because he knows Donald Trump's going to be in office, now all of a sudden he's getting lippier and all this other kind of stuff. When it was possible that Kamala Harris might be coming in play, he was a little bit more. And then
you think he's a butt kisser?
Yes. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, and I don't mean that in like a horrible way. Is it wrong to know how to do politics to get where you want to get to? And even in your job, is it wrong to know how to work the system? I don't know. It depends on your individual code. Is it a crime or is it right? Or is it wrong? You know what I mean? Like, it might not be exactly right, but it's not a crime either. You know what I mean?
I wish we had gotten Jim Jordan, man. Jim Jordan would have been crazy.
Yes, yeah. But here's the thing that I want to say. While the world is on the brink of World War III, while we're literally fighting with Republican senators about appointing President Trump's nominees and confirming them, we're now having to put legislation in to get federal employees to go back to work. That's where we are. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The most basic thing across the board. We got to move on.
To break it down, we're according to DOGE, we're spending way too much money, and we're now finding out that nobody goes to work.
Correct.
What the heck?
Pretty much.
That's the most broken thing I've ever heard of.
Correct. All right, I want to talk about the Secret Service real quick. Yesterday, a fight broke out between the current acting director. Piece of human garbage row here. But let's just play this. There's an actual fight going on with the United States Secret Service.
Congressman, what you're not seeing is the sack of the detail out of the picture's view. And that is the day where we remember the more than 3,000 people that have died on 9/11. I actually responded to Ground Zero. I was there going through the ashes of the World Trade Center. I was there at Fresh Kills.
I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you, Congressman. Were you the special agent in charge?
To show respect
you were not.
For a Secret Service member that died on 9/11.
Oh, that you're trying to be.
Do not invoke 9/11 for political purposes.
Oh, I'm not. I'm invoking this.
You are, sir.
Gentlemen,
and you are out of line.
I would like to ask him a question. Please.
You are out of line, Congressman.
Don't try to bully me. I am an elected member of Congress, and I'm asking you a serious question, and you are playing
I am a
politics.
public servant who has served this nation and
You won't answer
time
the question.
on our day, on our country's darkest
Mr.
day.
Chairman,
Committee will come
Do not
to order.
politicize it.
Committee will come to order.
I'm asking you serious questions for the American people, and they're very simple. They're not trick questions. Were you the special agent in charge that
No, I
day?
wasn't. I was there
No,
representing
Mr.
the
Chairman,
United
I'm
States
just
Secret
asking you yes or
Service,
no.
sir.
Mr. Fallon, your time's
did not
expired.
affect protective
Fallon,
You know
operations.
why you were
time's
there?
expired.
Because you wanted to be visible, because you are auditioning for this
I was
job
there to
that
pay
you're not gonna
respect for a
get
fallen
till
member of
January
this
20th.
agency.
You endangered
You are
President
out of
Biden's
line.
life.
Wow, that you're not going to
President
get on
Harris's
January
life
20th.
Because you put those
All right,
agents
pause.
in position.
Okay, I think it's safe to say the United States Secret Service is in total shambles. Is that fair enough to
Oh
say?
my
Comment
God,
yes or
dude.
no in the chat. But then we get a post from Dan Bongino. Hold on, Todd, just a
Yeah,
minute.
okay.
Let's
I need
work through this.
clarification on this.
All right, so now we get a post. After all this is the acting director of the Secret Service right now, just in a shouting match with a member of Congress here. Then Dan Scavino posts this. Interesting hearing from friends in D.C. that the United States Secret Service is making some moves at the top, spreading around some promotions to, quote, Biden's people before President-elect Donald Trump and Vice President-elect J.D. Vance take office at 12:01 Eastern Standard Time on 1/20/2025. We know what's up. But then our good friend Dan Bongino reposts this with warning signs across the thing. So I can read this. I sent Dan his own tweet and basically like, what in the world is going on? And his response was, it's in all caps, worse than you can possibly imagine behind the scenes. That's what I can share that Dan said in that message here. Ladies and gentlemen, I am calling again, just like we've got the fight for Pete and all this other stuff. I truly believe that we need a disruptor in the United States Secret Service. If you believe Dan Bongino needs to be director of Secret Service, he watches this show too. I want to see Dan in the chat blow up right now. Dan Bongino is the only person that can go in there, flip tables, burn it all down, and build it back up. I want to see if you think Dan Bongino needs to be the director of Secret Service. Also, not just to fix the direction of the Secret Service, but also to make sure that President Trump isn't assassinated. We forget the man under the current group of people in the United States Secret Service, 3 assassination attempts.
Yes.
One of them actually hit the man. If you believe that Dan Bongino is the guy, he watches this right now. I want to see Dan blow up the chat right now. Dan Bongino. Dan, you are the greatest to ever do this, but your country needs you right now. You got to do it.
This blows my mind. Like this, we're not talking about like the economy or the human health services or Department of Education that has multiple hats. You have one job to do, and that's to keep that dude alive. Yep. Like, why? Politics have nothing to do with this. Like, it doesn't matter if you're guarding Trump or if you're guarding the devil.
Look at the chat.
Like,
look how many people want you, Dan.
They also investigate currency crimes, right?
Well, yeah, but what they were screaming about was the assassination attempt. You know, that's the easiest thing in the world. You put your best dudes out on the one guy, you keep him alive. That's your job. Like, it's not that hard. Lord,
now, I will say he was being accused of basically being at the 9/11 memorial for the wrong reasons. And I can see how that could hurt. I could see how that could hurt anybody and cause them to become erratic. You know what I'm saying? If that is something that, you know, he's saying that he was there and stuff, like I could totally see that causing a fight. Whether or not that's the truth, you know, I think is justifiable for someone to get upset for accusing. That's like saying, oh, you went to your grandma's funeral just because of this.
And Graham understands this too, because Graham's like this, like me when it comes to this. You don't poke your chest out like us as veterans. We don't poke our chest out and start listing our accomplishments and everything we did in a uniform. Anybody that does that is a jackass. I mean, period.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Anyway, I think Dan Bongino is the only answer. There's a part of me They just named. I mean, they have named every other thing: FBI,
everything.
CIA, DNI. They just announced the director of Border Patrol yesterday. The only freaking thing that they have not announced is the United States Secret Service director, which you would think that a president that has had 3 assassination attempts, literally took a bullet to the face, you would think that would be a major priority for him. If I'm a gambling man,
I'm betting Dan. 100%.
I'm betting Dan, because what the crap could be taking so long? Because if it's the other guy, if it's his current head of his security detail, that's easy. You're like, hey, this guy's the head of my security detail. He's going to be the director of the Secret Service. And maybe I'm reading too much into it. I don't know. And let me be clear about this. I have no idea. 0, none, nothing. I'm being as honest as I can be.
You know as well as I do.
But who else could it be?
Yeah, exactly.
It's taking too long.
That tells you all you need to know. If it was Frank who's standing next to Trump right now, Frank would have been announced yesterday, a month ago. No, I
think it would have been announced within the first 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. So the longer the wait, the bigger the name. That's just, I'm sorry.
Comment what you guys think. The fact that it's taking this long to name the director of Secret Service, what do you think? Do you think that leans in Dan Bongino's way, or do you think that leans to?
It has to.
It's just not that big a priority for Trump, which I just can't believe that to be true.
You know
what I mean? You literally got shot in the face. You know what I mean? Like this can't be super low on your totem pole here.
Somebody needs time to get their affairs in order before the announcement is made.
Maybe, and so anyway. We'll see. We'll see. Somebody said you're trying to talk him into it. You're right.
Yes, absolutely.
Now I can honestly tell you that I have told Dan that I personally believe that the country would be better off if he became the director of Secret Service. Not forever. I have told Dan Bongino that. But what the crap does that matter? Nothing. Telling Dan Bongino that means nothing. I don't know anything. I personally told Dan, hey, I believe that the country would be better off if you were the guy. That's it. That is the end of the conversation, 100%. So sue me. I believe that to be the truth. All right, let's go to this. Let's go to Pete Hegseth here real quick. This is Pete Hegseth to the media yesterday, and I just want to say I love seeing the Fox and Friends Pete go away, and I love seeing military Pete come back in. I love it because he's slapping people. He's slapping people in this interview. Here we go. Play it.
And I'm proud of what I fought for. I'm not going to back down from them one bit. I will answer all of these senators' questions, but this will not be a process tried in the media. I don't answer to anyone in this group. None of you. Not to that camera at all. I answer to President Trump, who received 76 million votes on behalf and a mandate for change. I answer to the 100 senators who are part of this process and those in the committee. And I answer to my Lord and Savior and my wife and my family. I'm proud to be here. And as long as Donald Trump wants me in this fight, I'm going to be standing right here in this fight, fighting to bring our Pentagon back to what it needs to be.
So as long as Trump wants him in this fight, he's going to be in this fight. Well, Trump this morning posted this on his Truth Social account about Pete Hegseth. For all of you like, oh, Ron DeSantis, this, and that. Donald Trump, Pete Hegseth is doing very well. His support is strong and deep, much more so than the fake news would have you believe. He was a great student, Princeton, Harvard educated with a military state of mind. He will be a fantastic, high-energy Secretary of Defense, one who leads with charisma and skill. Pete is a winner, and there is nothing that can be done to change that. So suck it, you rhino establishment freaks that are trying to stop it. Pete is the man, only Pete. But Steve Bannon has something to say about the fight we're in. This is why it's so important that we stand behind Pete Hegseth right here. Play it. This is Steve Bannon.
This is Alinsky 101. Cull them from the herd and pick them up. We saw this in the first week with Matt Gaetz. I wish, and I recommend it, Matt Gaetz stick the whole way. Why? Because if Matt Gaetz had still been in there and going through up to Christmas, he'd be drawing so much fire because they would be freaking out. He'd be Attorney General. He'd be drawing so much fire, you wouldn't even hear Pete Hegseth's name. Cash would be gliding into here. The media, and this is why the constructs always flood the zone. There's only so much they can handle. First of all, they're not particularly bright. They're not particularly hardworking. So you can overwhelm the system quite easily. People say, Bannon, that's so terrible. Well, hey, it's information warfare. They're doing it all the time, nonstop, relentlessly. Look at this propaganda they're putting up on TV. And you got to fight back.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So there you go. That's the point. We let them draw blood on us with Matt Gaetz. We cannot bend the knee again. Now, there's two people that are leading the charge with this, and that's Ernst and Lindsey Graham. We know that to be fact. Okay? Lindsey Graham is getting, buddy, we are hammering him to death. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about Ernst for a minute. This chick, here's a clip of her praising transgenders in the military. Here we go.
So the example of transgender people serving in our military. We have transgender people serving in our military. They will bleed red just as the rest of us. But I also take a stance that we should not be integrating transgender people into certain situations where it does make, if you have a female barracks and you have a transgender woman who has not transitioned, we shouldn't make the rest of the unit uncomfortable about that setting. There are certain accommodations we can make for that transgender individual. But if they bring value to our unit, if they have specialties that we can use.
The second you have to make special accommodations for somebody to put the uniform on, they do not bring value
nothing to the table.
Your military.
Nothing.
Listen to me. The second, for those of you who may not have put the uniform on, but every single one of you who have worn the uniform, you know exactly what we're talking about. The second, special accommodations have to be made for you.
It's going to be so nasty.
You are not a benefit to the fighting force.
All.
Same thing with Pete Hegseth's comments on women in combat.
Yep.
I also do not believe women have any place in combat roles.
And you're going to get hurt. Those people are going to get hurt, physically hurt.
Because you have to make special accommodations for women in combat roles. Don't believe me? Go out in the field for 4 weeks straight. Watch. They have to come out. They have to get the women and bust them out to the barracks to go back and shower and then come back in because women can't go that long without showering. Special accommodations number one. Human psyche. All right. Men in a foxhole, shooting. If a guy next to them gets shot in the face, men have the ability to keep firing. If a woman's next to them and the woman gets shot, men hesitate. And they naturally go to defend a woman. They are a liability.
And it's whether they get shot or not. Like if a woman is in a firefight with you, your man DNA is going to be more focused on the safety of her
the woman
than it is the bad dude. But this is a catch-22 because what this freaking idiot is saying is, well, we can't put a transgender woman in women's barracks that'll make women feel uncomfortable. If you put a trans woman in an infantry man's barracks, oh my God.
Yep. All right. So, I was talking to Dan Bongino actually yesterday. I was like, hey, what can we do? I've been hammering Lindsey Graham with all this stuff. What can I do to help? He was like, go after Ernst. Exact thing. And when Dan Bongino tells me to do something, I'm like, got it, buddy. So I posted this, and it would be a shame if you guys pushed this even further. I said, she's not voting for Pete Hegseth for Secretary of Defense. Her number is 202-224-3254. It would be a shame if you watching this episode right now would share this. Look, 9.2 thousand shares now. It would be a shame if all of you shared this video far and wide and called 202-224-3254. One more time, 202-224-3254. And let her know that you want her to vote and confirm Pete Hegseth for Secretary of Defense. 202-224-3254. Again, please don't share. I don't want her to be under any pressure at all. So don't share this. 202-224-3254. Don't share it, though. I don't want you to share it because I don't want anyone to have any problems. 202-224-3254. Whatever you do, don't share this and don't let her know what you want. 202-224-3254.
That was my phone call.
What did it do? Did it go to voicemail?
Yeah, it went straight to voicemail. But I left her one.
Every single person here. Look, Don't share it. Please don't call her. Please. She's under enough pressure as it is. 202-224-3254. Please don't. Whatever you do not call that number. 202-224-3254. Do not call it though. Okay? Don't do that. All right, let's talk about DOGE real quick. I got 5 minutes. I got a hard out today. DOGE went into the Capitol yesterday to start getting to work right here. If this is not iconic, I don't know what is.
That's an AI.
Elon Musk and Lil X were out there doing his thing. This is a meeting photo that they had here, him and Vivek right here. But I want to go to the video here. Who is this? Tim Burchett? Is that?
Oh, yeah.
That? All right. DOGE is going to face some problems. And listen to what he says here. Here we go.
Hey, everybody. Tim Burchett. Just leaving the DOGE meeting with Elon and Vivek Ramaswamy. And I think the key to the whole thing is going to be, the key to the whole thing is in that room. If Congress doesn't have the guts to do those things that they're talking real big about, it's just a waste of time. They'll do away with executive orders and unelected bureaucrats who put rules and regulations on us. But if Congress doesn't have the guts, and that's what scares me. You know, I vote against a lot of stuff. There'll be 15 or so red dots on the board, which means we voted against horrible spending. And there'll be about 400 green lights on the board. And that's going to be the problem. My friend Chip Roy is right here. Chip,
hey, how are you?
Knox, East Tennessee.
Great Americans?
I was just telling them that the problem's in that room.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, 100%. And that we've got to have the guts to pull the trigger.
Yeah,
on
our
this
friends
stuff.
Elon and Vivek can do a good job exposing it, but then we got to actually do our job. So I hope they do it, and then we'll have to hold our colleagues accountable.
Right on.
Brother.
Amen. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for sitting here.
All right. So the problem is we've got people that are going to be members of the DOGE board that are going to be ineffective. I mean, you see it now with this confirmation of Pete Hegseth. And I got 3 minutes before I got to do a hard out, and then Todd's going to take the rest of the show. But here's my thoughts here. Again, I'm going to say it far and wide. You have to do your part right now. You, the people, have to do your part. Please don't call 202-224-3254. No. Please don't call that number. No. She's under enough pressure as it is. It would be a shame if that number leaked out, 202-224-3254. It would be a shame if that number got out. I can't imagine what would happen. But you have to do your part in putting your foot on the neck of these representatives and these senators that dare have the gall to believe that they know better than you about what should happen. So I have to head out today, and I'm going to let Todd finish this thing out. But that's my plea to you guys is one. I love it, Royce. Please don't call the bottom number going across the screen. Whatever you do, Royce. Don't do that. Yes. That would be terrible. Great. I wonder how many voice messages a voicemail could have. That's my question. Let's the Dear America family. Let's blow that up. I would love to get a Twitter message from her director of comms and be like, could you please stop what you're doing? I would love to get that message.
Let's put her number out every day until they reach out to you. Like every day, just put it out.
Absolutely. And I'm not saying call and threaten or anything like that.
No, don't say nothing stupid.
Now you can threaten her seat, her losing her job. You can do that. But no, keep it peaceful, but demand that she vote for Pete Hegseth. Confirmation. That's your job. Your job is to do that. Your job is to put the pressure on these people because it is working. And if we stand behind them and we are unwavering, we can do this thing. All right. So look, I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys on Monday. It is Alyssa's birthday. So we're going to go celebrate Alyssa today. Everybody can wish Alyssa a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom.
On the thing there. And then, I will see you guys Monday morning, 9 a.m. Todd is back. So Todd's going to take the rest of the show. I love you guys. I'll see you Monday.
Goodbye, Graham.
Bye.
Goodbye, Graham. All right, that's
what a loser, am I right?
No, I'm telling you. Good Lord, man. So all we got left is what? The prayer and the super questions. Is that it? Do we have anything left? All right. Well, let's go ahead and pray this thing out on a happy Friday, and we'll get to y'all's questions. Father, I just thank you for a good solid week. And Lord, I have to be selfish for just a minute. And I have to say thank you, Father, for keeping me and my family safe while we traveled to New York City. Thank you for bringing us home safely. And Father, thank you for all the prayers and everybody checking and the messages that I received yesterday and today, making sure that me and my family did make it home safely. But, Father, as we continue on into the weekend, let's remind ourselves that we're in the month of December, and this is the month to celebrate the birth of your Son, Jesus Christ. And let us not forget that. With everything that's hectic that's going on in this world right now, with all the political games that are being played, with the threat of war and pandemics and crazy things, let us stop for a second and remind ourselves that the Savior of the world was born this month. And Father, if there is somebody out there that does not know your Son, I just ask that the Holy Spirit penetrate that individual at some point and reveal yourself to them, Lord. Father, we love you. We thank you for all that you do. And we ask all these things in your Son's name, and all God's people said.
Amen.
All right, let's get to these questions.
Let's do it. Holy crap, we had like 12,000 comments.
Jeez.
Not
Did
super
Todd
questions,
get
but
a
just
drug
comments.
test? Why would I get a drug test?
Yeah, Todd, we need you to tug in the beard really quick.
Yeah, okay, say.
They released a photo of the guy.
Oh, yeah,
who
he didn't have a
murdered
beard.
That
It
dude,
wasn't
and
me.
He didn't have a beard.
Wasn't
so
me. Wasn't
Todd.
Wasn't me.
All right.
Me. How about the Detroit Lions? Happy Friday. Oh, yeah. That's true. Detroit. Hey, they got two solid Alabama players on their roster, so I pull for Detroit. Aaron Sharp 3. Cool. Next. Deb Weth, happy 21st anniversary to my wonderful husband, Philip. We created a wonderful middle-class empire from nothing, all because of God's grace. Happy anniversary, Philip and Deb. Happy anniversary. 21 years? God, Kendra's going to kill me before I get that close. Duchess of Deal, love the Friday show. Great to have Todd back. CLC, LGS, have a great weekend, guys. Thank you, Duchess.
And what is the Sissy Girl Pants? How does that one go?
SSGS?
SSGP?
SSGP?
Maybe. Something like that. There's another one. We're going to make t-shirts for it.
Yeah. Nathan Bearden. I love Carolyn Levitt is press secretary choice, but Graham, if presented, would you have accepted the job? I can't think of a better pick. Nah, he probably wouldn't have took that job. I don't see him no. Justin Compa, pair character doing a classic mic drop. I'm assuming that's an emoji.
It's one of those stickers from YouTube.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
It's always confusing.
What?
So it's, imagine with us, a pair character doing a mic drop.
Yeah, cool.
I can see it.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm with you.
I'm there. I understand it.
Tabby, 6975. Have a wonderful weekend, dear America family. Todd, glad you had a wonderful time in New York. What was your favorite memory you made? Chad Prather, thanks for guest co-hosting. I have to say, we did a lot in the week. Everything from the Statue of Liberty to the 9/11 stuff. But I have to say, like, the thing that touched me the most was the relationship that I gained with the NYPD while I was there. Like, I reached out to an investigator. It's kind of funny. My oldest son's name's Christian Spears, and this NYPD member whose name is Christian Spears reached out to me, and he got me, Kendra, and our son. Like, if y'all see my video, like the tree, Kendra could have reached up and touched it. Like, that's how close we were to the Rockefeller tree. And it was thanks to investigator Christian Spears, Lucas Corral, and the rest of the NYPD. So I love you guys. Thank you. That was awesome. The NYPD was amazing. Awesome. The NYPD was amazing.
All right, next one.
WPMW Davis, fire the staff and lease the buildings, turn a negative into a positive revenue situation. Go Doge. I agree. It's ridiculous. It really is. Deb Weth, I work from home all the time. I lost my salon in 2021, so I turned my dining room into a salon. Improvise, adapt, and overcome.
Mm.
Sounds like
that's
Deb
still
Weth.
Going to work, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The problem with the government is only 6%, or Speaker Johnson said maybe even 1%, show up to work. Everybody else is working from home or not showing up. And that's a problem. That's a lot of money. And I think that's going to be a DOGE problem. Actually.
Well, they should be but I do understand I will say there is one particular federal job where I can see, and that is the people who have to deal with veterans. What I mean is determining percentages of VA, because they get stuff everywhere and they're all over the country. So
traveling that's fine, but
if that's your building and you're working from home, yes, you get your butt up like everybody else and you go to work.
Yeah, I think that's what they're talking about there, and that's the issue.
And really quick, to answer the question, if I was anywhere near the CEO, I was across the street. Literally, that happened a street over. And I told Royce, so the guy did it, killed the guy, then stole a bicycle, went to Central Park, and we just followed him. We went to Central Park right there with him. We had no idea what had happened until Christian, the investigator, said, dude, I can't meet you. This just happened, blah, 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 blah. And so, we were literally less than we were a block from where that dude got murdered.
That's crazy, man. All right, this one.
Randall J. All, we should commission all the illegals to track down the missing children and catch the sex traffickers. We can call it aliens versus predators.
That is hilarious. That is so funny.
Comment of the
day. The only problem is the illegals are the ones
that are trafficking the children.
You are trafficking the children. Yeah. So
now, I think.
But the name there is funny.
I think using tier 1 operators, which is what they're wanting to do right now, I think that's going to be the best avenue right there.
Yeah.
Jody Hart, Graham, your show is so informative and I love the fun. Keep it up. Please grant Royce's wish on his intro. We all love the introductions.
Please, sir.
You know he's going to. He's going to come with a newspaper and he's just going to start reading.
I hope he does on Monday. Yeah. I'm excited about it.
The Wolf. Dan as the number 1 guy for sure. If not, I'd say Corey Mills or Eli Crane.
Eli
Corey
Crane.
Mills. Eli Crane. That's not bad.
I've not heard someone mention Eli Crane for that. I've heard Corey Mills, but nice. Okay.
Justine, we need strong America first conservative people in our government. LGS, 100%.
LGS.
Hey, what's the name of the SF guy that has the podcast? What's his name? God,
SF guy?
Yeah, Special Forces dude. Retired Special Forces. Very famous podcast. Somebody, just keep going. Somebody will say it in the chat. Jody Hart, Graham, thank you for your comment on SP people. I'm so glad you read our comments. Dear America is so awesome. I like Todd's new beard look. How much longer does the Senate have for final decisions? Sean Ryan, by the way, I'll come back to that. Before the inauguration. That's a good question. I think Sean Ryan would be an awesome Secret Service one too.
Interesting.
Ratchet. If you're only ranting here about Ernst and not blowing up her email, phone, or social media, then it means nothing. Tell her MAGA hires and MAGA fires. I was on her all day yesterday. Yep.
Nice.
I agree, Ratchet. I love
Call the number. Shoot it a text.
Call it. I called it right here live. Y'all heard me. Moose Queen, I work for the government, and yes, we were sent home due to COVID. Then economy took dive, and some of us have hard time making ends and paying for fuel. I'm at the bottom of pay scale. We are still working 40 hours a week. Sorry.
I don't know. People need to work in the buildings. We're paying for government buildings. We're paying for salaries. And if they're lowering your pay and bottom scale, all that crap, well, then that needs to be fixed too, because we're hiring too many people. Bottom line is there's too many people working for the government.
Yep.
So let's narrow that down.
And that's
if you
why
continue to work for the government, then your pay should be a little bit higher and you should go to work.
I don't understand that. That's the way the government does things. They hire 10 people and pay them garbage to do one job when they can hire 2 people, pay them a good salary to do the same job. But
exactly.
that's what the government does. I mean, they're just
I think realistically, and I can't say this accurately, but I'll say one of the most important things in this administration is DOGE.
Oh, 100%.
It is going to be one of the most important things that happens over the next 4 years is what DOGE accomplishes.
It's number one, border. Then for me, DOGE. Number two, because and I'll give y'all insider what I used to do for a living. I was an admin person of a flight squadron for the Air Force. Y'all, everything I had to do for the entire day, I finished in 30 minutes. The rest of the day, I was literally watching Netflix, walking around, talking to pilots, doing nothing. Like, this is how backwards, and this is, I'm sorry, I wasted 2 years of your taxpayer dollars because I had just got out of the Army, so I had the mindset of you're there at this time till this time, you don't leave, you don't do nothing. So, like, I sat at my desk, I did my job, I ate lunch at my desk for the first week, and the commander walked by me, and while I was eating lunch one day, he's like, hey, what are you doing? I said, I'm eating lunch. He goes, no, you can't do that. You can't, no. He's like, well, what time do you get here? What time do you leave? And I told him, he's like, no, you can't. He said, do you take your breaks? And I said, what breaks? He said, you get a 15-minute break every hour. And I was like, no, I didn't know that was even a thing. And he's like, listen, you have an hour for lunch where you have to be out of the building. You have to have 15-minute breaks every hour where you have to be out of the building because if you don't, I can get in trouble with the union. So this dude added up all my time, breaks and lunch, and just cut my hours. I went from coming in at 7 and leaving at 3 to coming in at 7 and leaving at like 1 every day. I'm telling you, the government is backwards. They're backwards.
That's bizarre.
Alicia Victoria, my boyfriend is a sergeant in the military. He absolutely hates drills because the women often ask the men to carry their pack. He said women in the military leave more work for the men. Just listen, no. The answer is no. Like, I'm not carrying nothing. No. Like, when I was in, no, absolutely not. No, I'm not. No, I'm holding you accountable just like I held the boys, period. Like, I didn't ask a female soldier that was with me. I didn't go soft on them, ever. Harley girl, that's what God created men to do. Protect, therefore, women should not be out there. Put them in supportive roles and zero trans crap. I agree. I think, women in the military are fine. I got no problems with that. Even, I mean, I was a medic. I had, that's the primarily female job. I just don't want medic females attached to infantry units because somebody goes down, you got to pick that dude up. And if that dude weighs 180 pounds, his gear is going to weigh another 80 pounds. There's no way. There's just no way.
Next.
Sarah Cunningham, isn't Linda McMahon a bad choice for the head of the Board of Education? It's rumored that she is married to Vince McMahon, who is also rumored to have a connection to human trafficking. We all want to know if this is true.
Vince McMahon?
Yeah, this happened a few months ago. There were people that, females that worked for WWE said that he did all this stuff. But that was after he came out as a Trump supporter. And that's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem with all of this. As soon as somebody comes out being a Trump supporter, it's like, oh my God, he's a child molester. She's a murderer, blah, 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 blah. So I'm sorry, unless you got pictures, I don't believe nothing. Before G Outdoors, hashtag only Pete, hashtag DB4SS, LGS, and is a SSGP. That's it. Sissies are girl pants. God back in schools. Parent need to be parents, not buddies. Disband the ATF, disband IRS, fix FBI. The power of God moves mountains, but we still got to bring a shovel. I love that. Yes, yes. Cassie Walsh. I served as convoy security in Iraq, only female in squad. I slept in the same tent as everyone else and never asked for special treatment and worked as hard as the men, but women don't belong in infantry. And that's what I'm saying. There are exceptions. I will say there is a female right now, and I'm not going to say her name. I enlisted her when I was a recruiter, and she would kick the piss out of half the men in her unit, but she's not an infantry unit. I mean, she's CrossFit, like will straight whip your butt, but she knows she's a woman and she's just not going to do that. So, but I get it, Cassie. Royce, you're muted.
My bad. I sneezed, so I had to.
Oh.
Let me be clear. I think there's some men who also probably shouldn't be.
100%. Yes.
It's all about physical build. You said that woman was jacked and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
If you fit the criteria, height, weight, strength, all that stuff, whatever it is, then you can be in that position. But if you're a man who's like 5'2" and skinny as a toothpick, you're probably not going to be put in that position either.
And I will say that is something that falls on the recruiter as well. When I recruited for the Army, I would like somebody walk in my office and be like, "Hey, I want to do this job," and no, like you don't have the ability. Like not being nasty, but you don't have the ability, man. So it some of that stuff can fall. A good recruiter can steer a person into the right career. So yeah. Next. Ratchet. Charlie Kirk has also put out the word on primary in Ernest in 2026. Well-funded challenger already identified. Ernest is stressed. She should be. She sucks at life.
She should be. That's right.
Gregory Bongo. Glad you're back, Todd. Having surgery today to reattach my bicep. Hoping it doesn't take too long to heal so I can get back to working for my family. I've had that happen before. I had shoulder surgery and they detached and reattached my bicep in a different location. It's actually not that bad. It looks weird, but it's not that bad. But good luck, Greg.
Just a few more.
Everyone should educate everyone they know on the Smith-Mundt Modernization Act of 2012, which legalized federally funded domestic propaganda without a vote via the 2012 NDAA. Okay, I will read that today. Jungen.
Interesting.
Yeah. Jess Harvey. Love the show. We'll be traveling Monday, North Dakota to Idaho for intense surgery. I hope I can catch y'all on the road. As we love it, keep preaching all the truth, CLC. Yeah, a lot of surgeries. Yeah, prayers for you guys. I love you guys. Prayers.
End of the year surgeries, I guess.
Yeah, must be. Jody Hart, Royce and Todd, SP special. Oh, special needs. Okay.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
All right, last one.
Here we go. Banks. Glad to see you back, Todd. Hope you had a good time, brother. I did. I'm telling you. And I have to say, I even told Graham, I said I was wrong. I was nervous for nothing. I really was. It was great. I would go back. Like, it's opened me, and Royce just freak you out. It's opened my mind up so much that I would honestly consider taking Kendra to LA now.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, I'm serious. Like
LA, why?
Yeah,
okay,
I'm serious.
That's very different than New York, though.
I know, but it's like it's a bucket list thing for her too. Like, she's wanted to go to New York, and she's also wanted to go to LA. And like, I was so scared that I would not be able to protect her in New York. But dude, like by the third day, like I wasn't even. Don't get me wrong, my head was still on a swivel. But my guard was down, like way down.
Yeah.
So yeah, honestly, I might take her to LA soon, just to check it out. We'll see.
That you should vlog that. I'd really like to see a vlog of
me
Todd
walking around in LA.
Yeah, Todd goes to LA.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Yeah.
Alrighty, really quick. Don't forget. We appreciate you guys tuning in for a Friday show, but don't forget at 11 o'clock Central, noon Eastern. The King's Council show will be live on this channel, on YouTube, everywhere you can watch stuff, on X. Tune into King's Council. Riley and Christian have a pretty sick show planned for you guys, so you do not want to miss it. So
absolutely. And a lot of questions are being asked about when I'm coming back for the hot seat, guys. We've got a lot of changes happening. If you can't see, my setup looks different. I have a different mic right now. I've got a lot of equipment coming in. A lot of changes are being made. So just be patient. You'll find out everything soon enough. Body armor. Did I ever find you a body armor site yet, Todd? Actually, I might have. I actually might. I got a meeting with some people next week, and as soon as I get that confirmed, I'll let you know. Ace Crane. Yep. But that's it. Royce, tell everybody bye, man. Have a good weekend, buddy. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too, man. I hope you had a good time. It sounds like you did.
I did.
Hope everybody has a great weekend. Getting close to Christmas. I'm getting excited every week. So we'll see you guys on Monday.
Yep. And don't forget, if you didn't catch my Instagram, on my channel, I will be the entire month of December, I will be streaming a live church service at 9:30 Central Time on my channel. So if you can't make it to church,
cool.
they're running through a Christmas special all Christmas long. So it's a church that I go to. I promise you'll enjoy it. But that's all we got for you today. And this is Hot Seat Todd for Graham Allen, reminding you to stay awake, not woke, trusting God, not the government. And as always, stay free.